Can you give us an idea of the general criteria for the judges on okay, what they look for to be accepted into the festival, or is that kind of a trade secret?
It's not true. Just make it interesting.
So yeah, when we send it out, we have two categories. First is how engaging is it? Give it a star rating, and then technical qualities, and then freeform, just type in comments about it. And then a thumbs up, thumbs down, award worthy. So yeah, the judges have a template to put things on, and then we review all of their ratings.
And one of the reasons I wanted to start a film festival is I judged for the Cable Ace Awards back in the day, and I still judge for the International Emmys, International TV program.
Wow.
We're doing it right now. And for that, it's 20 points, 10 points for technical, 10 points for creative, which is kind of what we do. In other words, we're not as, when I say technical, I'm not as strict about that, but creative, just don't bore me. Show me something that's interesting. Don't just show a turtle crawling across the street unless there's a reason for it.
Yeah, or if there's a reason for the turtle.
Yes.
Now, like everything else, no matter what you do, what are some of the main challenges of doing the festival every year?
One challenge is engaging the community and getting an audience. There's so many ways that people entertain themselves. They stream movies at home, they have their phones, and movie theaters in general are suffering and closing down. And so we try to create a community event. We have a gala at the Civic Theater. We invite people to come, and then we have the panel discussions at the end with the filmmakers, which is a personal touch and a Q&A that you don't get watching films at home.
So we've been to the Tribeca Film Festival, and what I realized, I naively thought that Tribeca and Sundance would take all the films that are submitted and just really find the most engaging. Yeah, no. What Tribeca and Sundance, the rest of them do, they'll basically, if it's a Meryl Streep film, they'll do it. And if it's a really, really, really good film from Allentown, they probably won't because there are no big names in it. So it's a marketing challenge for them. And again, Netflix, when Netflix has a documentary about someone, it's almost about someone's famous because it's been pre-marketed. What I'm saying is these days everything has to be pre-marketed. You can't almost market it. So we have to balance between local filmmakers we want to encourage and then films that are just from abroad that maybe no one will come to, but they're locally, but they're very well done. So it's a balancing act.
Okay. Now, I want to kind of bring this into the modern 2026 with two quick questions. Then I ask the one question of everybody, regardless of their creative field. With the rapidly evolving technology, especially AI, how do you see that affecting independent filmmakers and the industry in general?
Personally, I think that, so for instance, we just did a film about Alan.
I can't wait to see that in New York. I really can't.
And AI helped enormously. So I think AI is a tool, and if it's used properly, it's great. What terrifies me about AI, it's getting easier and easier to make, they call them deep fakes. Mm-hmm. But you could have done a deep fake years ago, but now with AI, it really is kind of, you've got Obama or Trump saying something they didn't say. It's kind of scary. But I think that it's a tool, and I think filmmakers, I'll be honest, I think that my biggest concern is it's going to be winner takes all. So years ago, you can cut this later. Years ago, there was a famous film called Liar, Liar, and the star was named Jim Carrey, and he got paid $20 million. And it's a real film with a huge cast and then a court scene. All the other actors combined got paid $500,000. Right? Star gets paid $20 million. Everyone else gets paid $500,000. And this is back, I think, the 1990s.
Yeah, I remember I've seen the film.
Right. So I think more and more in nature, and I think in business, it's this winner takes all. And I'm afraid that AI will allow the most, I don't want to say even talented, let's go with lucky and talented filmmakers to dominate completely and then just decimate it. I mean, right now Hollywood is being decimated for other reasons. So that's my big concern.
Well, I want to hop in and just point out, of the films that are submitted to us and the ones we accept, there's a lot of times a little bit of AI used to make some graphics and that sort of thing. But we get films submitted that the entire thing is written by AI characters, and that's a turnoff. And especially audiences, they're turned off by AI, too much of it anyway. But a touch of using it a little bit to help things, that's creeping into our films. Yeah.
Okay. In other words, like for somebody like me who doesn't know all the technical aspects of filmmaking, AI would help me from that side, just not the creative and actual making the film.
Right.
Kind of like more behind the scenes assist helping.
Exactly. In other words, the bottom line is every film has a message. What I want to say, The Wizard of Oz, the message is there's no place like home. Dorothy starts out, on the farm. I can't stand this place, and I am. She goes to Oz. She comes back. Whoa, there's no place like home.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole story. Is really to advance that little message. Every good film has a message,
Right.
and someone's got to realize how to make that message, to hone it and really drive it home. And that's something. That's a human thing. I think AI can imitate it, but again, everyone for something innovative. If you've got a message.
Right.
You can use AI, but you've still got a message, and you want to make sure everything in that film advances that message.
Right. Now, looking into the future, not just for the film festival, but the industry in general, what